Well, we're out here now at the Tickfaw. We're getting ready to finally get started on this cleanup project. Ceres is our contractor, and as you can see the barge behind us, they're getting ready to start the project today. It's a $3.5 million project that we'll start doing on the Touts River from Highway 22 to I-12, from the Tickfaw State Park to the St. Helena line, and then West Coryell and East Coryell to Buddy Ellis Road. We've been waiting since the flood of 2016 to do this project. We started working on the funding about a month or so after the flood. So we're excited to be out here today, and unfortunately, as you can tell, it just takes time to get the funding and get out and get set and started to clean up. But I think it's going to make a huge difference, cleaning all the debris out of the waterways. We're not going to be doing any dredging, so I don't want anybody to, we've already been asked that question a couple of times, but we're going to be plucking logs, debris, limbs, things like that that are low hanging in the water. We'll be clearing the waterways so that obviously boat traffic can flow easier, but also so the Coast Guard and all these other areas during flooding events can move around a little bit freer with trying to rescue people and help people. We're partnering up with Tickfaw Parish. They're already in the water in the northern part of the Touts, and we'll be meeting up with them. And you know, it's just a good day in Livingston Parish to finally be able to get started doing some work related to flood control.
How is this debris cleanup going to hopefully, maybe, if at all, maybe decrease flooding?
It will help in a way decrease flooding, simply because when the logs pile up in the waterway, water has to go anywhere else. Just like if you build a slab, then that's that much water that you're putting somewhere else. But what happens, debris can actually block the flow of water until it reaches a certain height. With getting the debris out, the water can flow through freer and move on to the south like it's intended to do. So it's a major process, and I think it will make some difference. To what degree, you don't really know, because that can depend on what level of flood event you have. Is it a 5-year, 25, 100-year flood event? Then you can kind of determine what level of help it actually gives. But obviously it's very much needed.
So we're talking about 2 barges?
We're talking about 3 barges, 2 small ones and a large one that's going to go to another boat port to put in, because they're going to need a lift to actually get them set in because of the degree and angle. So we'll have 3 out on here working all at the same time.
So 3 on the Tickfaw, and then...
Well, they'll be moving all around all the waterways cleaning.
They're going to start in the Tickfaw?
They're going to start over to the Touts.
Okay.
They're going to move around from here over into the Touts.
Okay. And then what about the Coryell Creek?
The Coryell Creek will I don't know what time length it'll take to get from one to the other, but they'll all work simultaneously, one after the other.
What kind of time frame you looking at?
We have to be through, I think, sometime in November is when the deadline to finish. How much they get done per day or per week is strictly dependent on how much debris they find. But we will be wrapping up sometime in November.